keep off the holiday pounds? I know many people are, including myself. Personal trainers Ryan Woods and Tyler Pratt from EnFuse Fitness in Enfield, Connecticut are going to show us some simple things we can do at home.
Yeah, very simple. Actually, one of the things that we kind of sidestep or we rush through when we're on the segments here is a fundamental exercise that we like to use. It's called a split squat. And this is an excellent exercise because there's so many varieties of it, okay, to address different issues that a person might present with. So what we're going to do is take it down to the most basic. Client comes in with very mild knee pain, a nag, but there's no joint degeneration. They haven't really done anything to cause any serious joint damage. It's just kind of an ache or a nag.
Yeah.
And what we're going to do is we're going to have you get into a position to try to help not only rehabilitate, but bring equilibrium between strength and flexibility between both legs.
That's so good to know that you can actually still keep moving even if you do have a little bit of pain. You shouldn't just sit on your couch. You should get up and do something.
You want to start slow. You don't want to push through.
Of course, step by step.
Right, yeah. You don't want to push through pain. You want to go nice and slow. So I'm just going to be the dummy today. Ryan's going to walk you through everything.
You'll demonstrate?
Exactly,
Sounds good.
Exactly.
This is an Eric's pad. You can buy this at any local sporting goods stores or performbetter.com. It's got some great equipment, okay, if you want to do these exercises at home, okay? And this is a step that we bought on clearance at Ocean State Job Lot for about $8, specifically for you guys. We figured that you
Yes.
I love shopping there.
Well, the reason we like it is you can do variants of planes, okay? You can take these off, so it's not your typical step. You can go different levels.
Right,
So the first thing is when you do a split squat, and again, you're presenting with mild knee pain, you want to make sure that the tibia or the shin, okay, stays relatively perpendicular to the floor, okay? It's a vertical shin. So go ahead and step forward. Now, a couple things you're going to notice. When Tyler stepped forward, and this is something that a lot of people overlook, is when you go into this position, he had a hip width stance. Okay, so when he stepped forward, his legs were physically hip width apart. What happens a lot of times with clients is they try to walk the tightrope, okay?
Keep their legs close together.
Yes, okay, that destabilizes you, okay? So what we're looking for here is a neutral back foot. Again, we're trying to keep this shin perpendicular to the floor.
So don't put it over. Don't put your knee over your toe.
Not yet.
Oh,
Now that's a variation. For right now, again, the client has mild knee pain, a little bit of a nag, and we're just trying to get them working through the motion. So what we're doing here is we're kind of just gently dropping down, and we're using this as a barometer for depth.
Okay.
So you don't necessarily have to go that deep. You work up to it. Okay?
Right, step by step.
So we're working at opening up his psoas or his hip flexor because a lot of people sit chronically, okay, and this becomes very tight and inhibits the glute. And he's got a nice glute. So then we're going to come right back up, okay, and then gently come right back down. And when he's down here, he can tighten up that glute, and he can go ahead and he can actively start to inhibit that psoas, okay?
Okay.
Now,
so
what are we supposed to be doing with our abs while we're doing
that's a
something
great
like this?
question, Seth. Thank you for asking. The thing is, a lot of people are like, how can I get a six-pack?
Yeah.
Diet.
But
But above and beyond that, you want to work more muscles, okay? And legs are a great way to do that, okay? It's a very metabolically challenging to work out your legs.
well, and they're big muscles, so they're going to burn a lot of calories.
Yeah, so what we do with Tyler is we're going to have him practice diaphragmatic breathing. When he exhales, he's going to come up, he's going to tighten up that midsection, yes, and make it very deliberate. So when you're in yoga, they talk about diaphragmatic breathing, okay? You can ignite the core, okay? And you can actually make the exercise infinitely more challenging, especially on the core, just by breathing forcefully and deliberately. So he comes back down, and then he exhales again. Tightens right up. He's got a nice six-pack. So as he gets stronger, okay, we take away, and we drop down to a lower depth. Again, challenging that hip flexor even more. He's keeping that nice upright posture, okay? It's nice perpendicular to the floor, and he comes right back up, and he works that progression. Now, these progressions are different for everybody, okay? So you could actually take, several weeks to work up to a full depth split squat, but eventually, because Tyler's able to do so, he's going to drop straight down, keeping that same positioning and breathing out forcefully. All right?
So if you don't mind, head on back down, because here's my question. Come on. This is the ideal form, right? We want to have our knees where?
Now, right here, this is a variation of a split squat, okay? This isn't the end-all, be-all, okay? Because there's different positions, different planes. We can elevate the back toe, we can elevate the front foot, all right? All depending on what we're trying to go after. All right,
So
right
a
now,
squat's not a squat. There's hundreds.
there's a lot of variations.
I get you.
Okay? What we're doing is we're trying to overcome imbalances in flexibility and strength between sides and eventually get him into actual squatting properly.
And that's going to actually, well, it's going to strengthen the muscles in his legs, but it's also going to help with the pain.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, it's, I can't throw a blanket disclaimer out there that this is going to rectify knee pain without actually seeing the client, okay? But what we see is a general pattern when somebody presents that way from chronic sitting, okay, is that going through this very slowly and deliberately and getting them acquainted to their muscles, okay, does alleviate that pain and gets them moving more properly.
Wow.
So you know what I'm loving about this? You can do that split squat at home while you're watching Massive
In front
Appeal.
of your Christmas tree.
In front of your Christmas
Like
tree
we
in your
are.
living room.
Oh, it's very festive.
But you know, like when I think about squats, I think of killing myself, you know, doing a huge squat.
No.
But if you start simple, it's easy to do.
One of the biggest things is that we have a lot of people out there, you know, it's a go harder, go bigger, CrossFit type mentality, and that's great. That's got its place. But the problem is if you start to do a movement pattern incorrectly, it's really hard to break a bad habit.
Right.
Okay? So what we want to do is we want to train the body neurologically and proprioceptively to go through it correctly so we don't have to break those bad movement patterns.
And it's great to know that even if you do have some pain in a joint, that you can still be active and still be moving, and it's
Not
only
gonna
going to
stop
get
you.
you
Yep, you wanna-
healthier and better.
You want to start nice and slow. You know,
Right.
the idea of working through pain, like I said before, that's not really what you want to do. You want to go to that point of pain and then work that range.
Okay.
And then back it off
Just
a little
shy
bit.
of it.
Yeah,
All
just shy
right,
of that.
New Year's resolution,
I got it.
great, step-by-step, gradual. Thanks, Ryan and
I'm
Tyler.
doing more split squats.
Happy
Yes, there it is.
holidays.
Yes,
I'm going to get a
absolutely.
six-pack by doing
Merry
my squats
holidays to everyone.
and my diet,
Hey,
too.
coming up on Massive Appeal, there's a one-night only celebration coming to the Valley. It's got music.